At Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, where the roar of the crowd echoes like a heartbeat through the city, one young fan recently stole the show with nothing but his love for the game and a heart full of admiration. Among thousands of cheering spectators, 12-year-old Prince Bailey rose above the noise, not with a bat or glove, but with pure, unfiltered passion. The Philadelphia Phillies were in a tight game against the Washington Nationals, and every pitch mattered. It was the 8th inning, and the tension gripped the stadium. Enter Jose Alvarado, the Phillies' fiery Venezuelan relief pitcher, known for his intense focus and powerful delivery. As Alvarado warmed up and took the mound, eyes were naturally drawn to him, but unexpectedly, a second figure started drawing just as much attention. High up in the stands, Prince Bailey stood locked in on every one of Alvarado's movements. Dressed in his Phillies gear, with a glove on one hand and determination in his eyes, Prince wasn't just watching, he was performing. Every stretch, every windup, every release, he mirrored it all. It was as though he was pitching in the game himself, channeling Alvarado's energy and intensity with remarkable precision. Fans around him noticed, then more fans, then the cameras. And in a matter of moments, the entire stadium, and soon after, the internet, fell in love with this pure, joyful expression of fandom. Prince wasn't doing it for attention. He wasn't trying to be on TV. He was doing it because he loves the game, and in that moment, he was living it. Watching him, it was impossible not to smile. It was impossible not to remember what baseball really is, more than statistics, more than standings. It's about connection. It's about moments. It's about heart. As Alvarado struck out a batter or wiped sweat from his brow, Prince was right there with him, pitch for pitch, breath for breath. The stadium announcers took notice. The crowd cheered louder. And when Alvarado walked off the mound, having done his job, Prince celebrated like he'd just thrown the final out in the World Series. But the magic didn't end there. After the game, Prince and his family were surprised with an unforgettable invitation, one that would make any young fan's heart race. Jose Alvarado wanted to meet him. The young fan who had mirrored him so perfectly, so sincerely, was about to shake hands with his hero. Backstage at the stadium, Prince got to meet the pitcher he had just spent the last inning emulating. Cameras captured the moment as Alvarado, smiling wide, embraced the young fan and shared words of encouragement. Prince's eyes lit up. His hero had seen him, recognized him, welcomed him. It was more than just a meeting, it was a passing of the torch. A beautiful connection between athlete and admirer, between a kid with a dream and a man who once had that same dream himself. For Prince Bailey, it was the best night of his life. For the rest of us, it was a reminder of why we love sports, not just for the home runs or strikeouts, but for the moments that pull us closer together. Moments like this show the real power of baseball. A game played on a field, but lived in the hearts of fans. A place where a kid in the stands can feel like part of the action. Where admiration turns into inspiration. And while Prince might go back to school on Monday and tell his friends about what happened, this moment will live on far beyond that. For the people who watched, who shared the video, who smiled at the sincerity of it all, it's something they won't forget. Jose Alvarado, with all his talent and experience, reminded us of his own humanity by acknowledging a boy who saw himself in him. And Prince Bailey, without saying a word, reminded us of the purity of fandom, the beauty of dream chasing, and the magic of baseball. So here's to Prince Bailey. To Jose Alvarado. To the Philadelphia Phillies. To that 8th inning at Citizens Bank Park. To the dreams that are born in the bleachers and the bonds that are made beyond the field. Because sometimes, the best plays happen off the field. Sometimes, the greatest stories are told in the stands. And sometimes, all it takes is one kid, one glove, and one hero to remind us what makes baseball the heart of summer. This was more than a game. This was a memory. One that Prince, Alvarado, and everyone who witnessed it, live or online, will carry for a lifetime.